Hi everybody, Florida Trailblazer checking in with you today at Marsh Bend Outlet Park, and I visited this area several months ago. Really enjoyed it. Wanted to come back out today and explore around the wilderness more. Unfortunately, we have a lot of rain in the area. I'm hoping that it passes through and the weather breaks, which it should. Either way, we'll be out here enjoying this wilderness and taking in the nature. There's something about being out in the rain in the wilderness anyway, so a little bit different. I'm actually here waiting for my good friend, 21st Century Expeditionist. It's been a while since we've been able to do some hiking together, so I'm looking forward to that. And here at the parking area, which is pretty popular when it's nice out because people bring their boats and launch into the river here. It's a great place to go fishing if you're into that. Because of the rain and the weather we're having today, nobody's really here. There's one truck parked over there. Not sure what they're doing. But yeah, just waiting here for 21st Century. He's got a little bit of a drive, so sometimes it takes us a little while to get together. But this is a good central spot for us to meet up. So I'm out here today with 21st Century Expeditionist. It's good to get together, do some exploring out here in these woods. Already passed by some orange trees. Hiking towards the Withlacoochee River. This wilderness area goes along that area, along the river there. Got some rains today going on. He's got his poncho. I don't have mine out. You dry up there?
Yeah, I don't want to get wet. I'm tired of getting wet.
Yeah.
Wet every day in Florida.
This time of year, it rains every day usually. Thankfully, it doesn't rain too long. All right, we're already at this part. This is a power line road right here, but I think this was an old logging tram or something like that. Well, dude, what do you think, man? We're at this cistern. You like it?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Looks like they stacked up limestone and used some type of mortar to seal it up.
I always find these areas interesting. Take a look at the textures here. It's all breaking apart. Now this is all filled in. So I'm probably standing maybe 3 feet down. But I imagine this went deeper. Don't want to fall down in.
It would have to be deeper. Back then, you probably had to worry a whole lot about your water being bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure they boiled it before they drank it, if they used it for drinking water.
There's a lot of limestone out here, so you can tell they utilize that.
This is before probably they started using heavy chemicals for fertilizer and pesticide and other things.
So let's take a walk around the area. When I was out here last time, saw a lot of orange trees. I did see some old metal and stuff like that. Looks like the sun's coming out a little bit, man.
Before, because aluminum came out in the 60s, I believe. Aluminum beer cans.
Yeah, last time I was hiking in this area, you can see some old cans and bottles right here piled up. A little stash of them. I'm not sure how old they are. You're saying 1960s?
No, I don't know. What I'm saying is aluminum, solid aluminum beer cans, I think were introduced in the 60s. I'm not sure, but before that, everything was tin. The beer cans were tin.
A lot of times when we're out exploring these areas, you'll come across these kinds of finds where you see old cans laying around.
Well, some of these are of course, have plastic tops on
Yeah,
them.
a lot of modern garbage too.
But some of the beer cans, I would have to say they must be before they came out with aluminum beer cans. The top
Yeah.
seemed to be aluminum, but the rest of the can is tin.
Let's keep going.
If indeed they are beer cans.
Getting close to
can't see the label.
getting close to that trail. Once you get back in these areas, it branches off into other trails. So there's a lot to explore here. I really enjoy coming out. This is my second time, so I haven't really got to explore too much out here yet, but I've been finding little things like that. Old cans and metal.
What's really neat is to find old Coca-Cola bottles.
Yeah. I like when they have the writing still on them.
Or the place that they were bottled at.
Oh yeah. Tell us that story. You found that bottle in DeLand.
Oh no, it was
Was it DeLand?
1912 Coca-Cola bottle in DeLand, Florida. DeLand, they used to, it's still spelled with two words, but they butt the two words together, D, E, and then capital L, A, and D. But before, when they printed, DeLand was always two words.
I remember seeing that bottle.
Yeah, it was bottle 1912, which is, I mean, you can buy those on the internet for a couple of bucks, but they're still really cool to find.
Yeah, I've seen a lot like that. What's
When we say fine, we're not taking them.
Yeah,
we leave them there.
Yeah, leave them there.
But people always come back and steal the stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you go back, you don't see it the next time.
That's true. I hate to see that happen. But
You're not supposed to take anything from state public lands.
plus, you know, you
Even
want
this tree right here, you're not allowed to take and plant it at your house.
you want people to be able to come out here in the future and see the kind of stuff we're talking about today. I mean, I always think about, imagine us, 50 years ago, being able to come in these places and what you'd see back then. A lot of that's gone now. But imagine how lucky they were, people that were coming out here hiking or just looking for history. They probably saw a lot that we don't see.
Arrowheads
Yeah.
and other things.
Oh, there's a trail here. I think we have to go this way. So we're out here by the Withlacoochee River. Right across this area is, I think, Flying Eagle Preserve. Right in that same area. So we've been over there in those woods. But we came to this site. Wanted to show him this midden I found out here. It's a Indian mound. It's a shell midden. And there's a lot of shells and pieces of pottery fragments scattered around. And we're just exploring out here, checking out the area. You want to walk over this way?
Yes, sir.
What do you think so far?
I like it. I got my Jungle J t-shirt on out here.
Yeah, props to Jungle J. Shout out to Jungle J Ventures. Wish he could be out here with us right now. He'd really like this area. All right, so we're getting close to where this midden kind of starts to form. You can see the base of it here. You can see, right? It's flat though compared to how it used to look. Right there. There's a mound formation here. It starts to form. But over hundreds and perhaps thousands of years, the area's been eroded down. The water's right by here. But long ago, natives lived out here. They hunted, had villages. Walking out here is like taking a step back in time. Out here just taking photos, documenting the site. Some good views out here too. The water just looks so, I don't know, alluring to me, refreshing. It's just flowing smoothly by us.
It Of course, isn't a good time to go swimming since it's alligator mating season right now.
I know, but I kind of want to jump in there. I feel like jumping in. It'd be very dangerous to do that.
It wouldn't if you could see, but certain times of the year, even alligators will come in springs and drag off people.
Yeah.
But alligators, I've swam in fresh water all my life, but you just never know.
Yeah, so we're exploring around this Midden. It's really fascinating. You know, over 500 years ago, this area would have looked a lot different. And that would have been a time that Hernando de Soto came through here. And there would have been it would have been a busy place, a lot of village sites, I imagine. And we're standing here, you look across the river here. Over here is like the Cove of the Withlacoochee. So this whole area was a sprawling center for villages. You'd have mounds and temples, sites everywhere, right? I'd imagine. I mean, imagine how it was back then. You can kind of picture it when you're out in these places. It's really nice here, though. I like the wilderness, the tree canopy.
Well, most of the big temples were at Pinellas Point with the Tocobaga Indians, but these Indians would have been in this, I believe, in the same culture as the Tocobaga Indians.
Well, you have to figure, along the river area here in the cove, they would have wanted to have a presence. So they would have built their mounds high, I would imagine, in these areas. If other tribes come into here, they want to make themselves known, you know. They'd have these high mounds. And also they would help in times of flooding.
Well, you got to understand it took a long time to make a mound. If they didn't use sand, if they just piled up shell, it took years and years and years.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something they did in just a few short years. It was gradual over time, but sand mounds they could do in quicker amounts of time because they just have borrow pits, like the big borrow pit at the Eureka Mound where they borrowed the dirt and built up the mound.
Yeah. Let's go over here. We were looking at this earlier, this cypress tree over here. It's dead, but you can tell it was a big cypress tree at one time. It's hollowed out. So you can see it right here. Go stand up there so everybody can see. It's fairly large.
It's not quite as big as some of the larger cypresses, but
it's still really neat. It's hollowed out. You would have had a lot of these though along the river during the logging era. They were all torn down. But if you're lucky enough, sometimes you'll see a lot of them still standing, real big ones, and sometimes you'll see these where they're not alive anymore, just see the stumps from them. Really interesting area. Nice and peaceful out here. Sounds of nature, the river nearby, the flowing breeze coming through. I really enjoy it. Nothing like being out here, you know? So I guess we're gonna explore around here a little bit, take some more photos, do some video clips, take a break. We got a lot more to explore today though, so we'll check in with you in a little bit.